to Vlogmas day 22. Today is another cooking video because that's what majority of this week is going to be. And I enjoy doing them now because I like sitting down and I gotta eat, so we're sitting down. Right now I am sitting here because we are making cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. I think I have all my ingredients here. Cheeses, an onion, flour, mustard, salt and pepper, water, and then actually I need to grab my milk really fast and actually turn on the cooker. I have water boiling on the stove for my pasta noodles. I poured that much water in. I normally would cook this in a taller pot, but I wanted you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, so that's why I'm cooking it in this pot, okay? You know what? I feel like I should have sauteed my onions before I did this, actually. Hold on. Let's try this again. We're just gonna cut up a little bit of onion, and hopefully this onion isn't being too aggressive because I did just sit there. Well, I was just sitting in my room and I did my eyebrows, so I plucked them and all that, and then I put on my eyeliner and mascara so I can look pretty presentable for you guys, because I started to do absolutely none of this and just come on camera looking plain-faced and potato-like, but I decided against it. This onion juice is getting aggressive. And I'm happy to report that I did kill a fly today. So hopefully we can stay fly free. We did it. He landed somewhere, you know. He was slipping and I sprayed him. Oh, another dog has joined in. It's 2 dogs barking now. What a treat. You guys, is doing this more work than actual like a knife and a cutting board? All right, well, I need this pan, so I'm about to pour this water out really quick. I have a dish sitting there, by the way. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're going to toss these onions in here. Does everybody's family put onions in their mac and cheese, or what? All right, we're gonna let that think about it. We're gonna salt and pepper our onions. Not too much salt because cheese is salty enough, so we don't want to add too much and then later on it's insane. I was so tempted to leave the house today to go get some food, but I don't feel like it. Not really. We're just gonna stick it out in the house and not do that. I'm not really hungry enough to go anywhere and get some food anyway. Later on, if I get hungry, I'll probably make me another lunch meat quesadilla because I'm out of control. I wonder when dogs bark, do they understand each other, or do they have language like how humans do, like how some of us speak different languages? Is it like that for dogs, or do they have just a universal language and it's just bark? Or do all dogs understand each other, but they don't understand cat language, like that kind of thing? Or is it like Homeward Bound and they all just, you know, communicate willy-nilly? Questions that need to be answered. We're gonna let those saute a little bit longer, and then we're gonna pour liquids back in. You guys are probably wondering, why flour? Okay, we gotta thicken up the cheese sauce. We're making a roux here. All right, I feel good about that. Let's pour that water back in here. There we go. Nice onion water. I'm gonna pour some milk in here. I'm so bad with measuring how much sauce I actually need and noodle, because I just poured basically all the noodles I had. I just poured them all in a pot. And then I guess whatever I don't use, I just toss, because I know that's bad, but noodles are like $1. So I don't ever feel too bad about wasting like certain things like pasta. And then some things I feel horrible about wasting, like expensive stuff. Never, I would never. You guys think I need more milk or is this okay? Let's add a little bit more. We're gonna let this get warm and then we're gonna start adding our cheeses. I think in the meantime, should we work on our green beans? That way we're just doing things, like we're staying busy, because green beans are easy. How I do my green beans, super simple. Let me get rid of some things, move some things, and then I'll grab my green beans, bring those over, mix those up really quick. Or maybe I should wait. I should wait because I want to go in the oven all at the same time. So I don't know, I'm rambling. Let's open up the cranberry sauce. Now I'm looking at all the noodles I just tossed in there and I'm like, is that enough? If it's not enough, what am I gonna do? I hate this can opener. Like, I used to love it and now it's like kind of annoying me because it's such a weird can opener. Cranberry sauce, we're just going to take on out of the can. Cranberry sauce I only eat during this time of year. And you know, like Thanksgiving, it's the only time, and I only like it with dressing. So same spoonful, they have to be together. And I just mix it up really good. And now put the lid on it and it goes in the fridge. Cranberry sauce success. I have my noodles nice and strained. And we're just gonna plop just like a tablespoon of butter in the noodles. That way they are staying loose. And then I'm just gonna put these to the side. Actually, I probably should mix the butter up. You know, why put it in there if I'm not gonna, you know, attempt to incorporate it in the noodles. Oh, little noodle, where you going? All right, I'm gonna let those think. And now we're gonna start adding cheeses. Because I think that is nice and melted enough. Yep, let's start with this one. This one is open. We got some mild cheddar. I feel like I do a pretty simple cheese sauce base. Some people get really crazy, start doing some crazy things, but I like to just keep it simple. You melt some cheese in there, you season it up really good. The craziest thing I probably add to it is probably mustard, but that just gives it a little extra zing, I guess. Let's just add the 2 bags in there. More is like a bag and a half actually. And then I actually like to mix some of the cheese in with the noodles. We're gonna let this melt down and become a sauce. Oh, you guys can barely see it because it's so far away. There we go. This cooktop thing is the best. I love it. And it took me hours to research and find just the perfect one, but this one is really great. All right, let's let that think. Probably made too much cheese. Let me get a cup so I can mix some flour in it with some milk so I can get to whisking. I guess I should get rid of this trash too. And I feel like I do this different every single time. So we're just gonna do some milk and we're gonna throw some flour in there. This flour comes with this little sifter thing. Oops, that wasn't safe. That was almost really annoying. And we're just gonna mix this up really good. All right, we have this mixed up. What I do with the rubber scraper. And we're gonna slowly mix in our flour. It was actually starting to thicken up on its own. Then we're gonna add just a little bit more flour. And then we're gonna add half a bag of another bag of cheese. And that's honestly all the cheese I add. I wonder why I have some cheese in the fridge I'm trying to get rid of. Hold on, let me check. Let's get rid of this cheese. I have some sliced cheese here and I have no bread. So let's go ahead and throw this, make sure this isn't the cheese that has the paper in between it. Okay, it's not. Let's throw that in there too. Let's do it. And then while that's thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and make me a little bit more flour. You know what? Milk first. I know this is probably expensive, but I wonder, do people consider like taking their dog to like a daycare or something instead of just like leaving them? It's probably expensive to have a dog daycare, probably just like it's expensive to have childcare. So, I don't know, just a thought. I don't know, it just feels like you wouldn't let your baby cry all day. So why would you let your dog just cry all day? Oh, that's starting to get nice and thick. Let's pour a little bit more of this in there, and this will be the last time. One time I did this and I did not like stir the flour and everything up separate, and I had like lumps of flour in my mac and cheese. Cheese, are you all right? You taste all right. Is it Monterey Jack? One of these cheeses smell funny. All right, I think that's enough cheese. We'll put the rest of that to the side. Next time I have nachos, I should make my own cheese sauce, because what, all I need to add to this is probably like some taco seasoning, and then now it's like, I don't know. I'm very picky about my cheeses. I don't like cheese, like some cheeses taste like it should belong on nachos. Some cheeses taste like it should belong on fries. Like there's different cheeses for that. Like Taco Bell cheese, I would not want Taco Bell cheese on my fries because that tastes like it belongs on that like Mexican style food. So, all right, we got a couple more lumps of cheese we're trying to melt down, and then we'll taste it, add our mustard and any kind of more seasonings we need to add, and then we're gonna go ahead and start on other things. Well, guess we'll throw it in the oven, and then we'll work on our green beans. I've been doing so good. I've been making all these foods and I have not eaten them. I'll make them and just throw them in the fridge, because so far it's been, this would be day 3 of me cooking, and then tomorrow I'm gonna finish up with the cooking. So doing pretty good. Like I want to eat everything all at once. I don't want to just have some of the things. Like, no, I'm trying to sit down with a big plate and eat everything all together. Oh, so because I watched The Witcher, I was inspired to keep watching shows like that. And Cursed has been out for a long time. I never watched it, but I know it had the girl from 13 Reasons Why. So I was like, okay, this will kind of give me Witcher vibes. I know it's like King Arthur and some stuff like that. So I turn it on, and my gosh, some of the editing in that video is so annoying. Like in the TV show, it's so annoying. They'll have like, you know, if 3D movies, like back when 3D movies was that thing and everything came out in 3D, they would do like a lot of those gory movies, there would be blood splatter. So the blood splatter would, hold on. So the blood splatter would shoot up on the screen and cover the screen like it's blood, like it's getting on you. They did that randomly. Like, okay, that was strange. I think that was like the first episode, first or second episode, they did like the blood splatter on the screen because somebody's getting murdered. And I felt like, okay, this doesn't feel like that kind of show, but continue. And then they kept doing these like, I want to say they're transitions. So they did that in the first episode, the blood splatter. And then a couple episodes after that, they're doing this weird transition where it'll be something animated. So say she's riding a horse through the woods. For whatever reason, they're putting this weird animated version of her riding a horse through the woods. But then they'll also cut back to the live action of her riding a horse in the woods. It's like, why did I need, what was that transition? Because you could have just left that out and just put her riding the damn horse in the woods like she's doing now. Like it's weird. Like editing style of it's very strange. And I also didn't need to see Merlin's butt crack. Like I could have lived without that. I'm watching it and it's giving me, I don't know what the exact verbiage is, but you know when like I used to read like a lot of books or stories on fanfiction.net, and it would be, it would be the whole normal saying, let's just say Dragon Ball Z. It'll be Dragon Ball Z fan fiction. And for whatever reason, there'll be a self-insert character who just is, you know, main character vibes. Like they have no, very Bella Swan. They have no reason to be the main character and they're so average and annoying and yet the whole thing is about them. It's very that. So that's what this girl is giving me because it just feels like, okay, King Arthur is supposed to be the main character. Instead, we're focusing on this Mary Sue and she has this mystical power, you guys. She the chosen one? Oh my gosh, she's got the sword. We gotta get her. She's up to no good. Everybody in the village hates her. She's so tortured. Like, it's very that. And it just was like, come on. And it's so funny because this is the same girl from 13 Reasons Why, and that was very much her story. She's so bullied. Everybody's so mean to her. They're all gonna pay and they're all gonna feel so bad when I'm gone. It was very that. Like this is her now. And it just feels like, okay, you poor tortured soul, we get it. We get it, you're so different. But that's what I'm dealing with. I actually had to take a break from it and watch something else because I was getting so tired of her main character vibes. All right, everything's all melted down. Cheese sauce is pretty good. I feel like it could thicken up a little bit more, so I'm actually gonna let that think. And then I'm gonna squirt some mustard in there. This battery's dying, so I'm just like, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna put that much in there. All right, gotta stir this up because I feel like I got cheese starting to stick to the bottom. So I'm gonna keep it stirring. And then I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat down a little bit and switch the battery out. And then we're gonna move on to transporting the sauce onto the noodles. We're moving on to next steps. Let me clean up a little bit. All right, I think our cheese sauce is plenty thick because it's gonna thicken up more in the oven. So let's go ahead and transport our noodles. Whoops. This is actually a good amount of noodles. When I saw them in the pot, I was thinking to myself like, oh my God, that's not enough food. I want a lot of mac and cheese. What? That kind of thing, but this is fine. And go ahead and some cheese in there. And then let's drop the rest of that because I bought all this cheese for this and I would like to have no more cheese in my fridge after this. I feel like sitting here on this like grayish white wall, it's kind of, I don't know, washing everything out or giving the camera a hard time adjusting to everything because it's such like a white background or light background. I don't know. All right, let's pour this in here without making a mess. Because I just cleaned off my little cooker thing and I don't want to get it messy again. Let's turn off the cooker. Move it to the side. All right, I'm gonna put that actually on the table because I'd rather clean off the table than the cooker again. And we're gonna mix our cheese sauce in. Should I add more? I'm debating. This is what it looks like so far. I'm debating, should I even put more sauce in here? Let's put a little bit more sauce and then the rest I will put in a container and I will freeze it for another time when I want to make mac and cheese. All right, and now this will go into the oven just to bake a little bit. And then we're gonna move on to green beans, which are very quick. All right, hopefully all the cheese sauce fits in this container. Ooh. And it does. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna put that to the side, let it cool down before we throw it in the freezer. And now, green bean time. Very small container or dish, but it should be okay. Because these are gonna cook down once they defrost, they're gonna shrink anyway, so it's okay. So I do just the frozen green beans because I don't like canned vegetables at all. Olive oil, a drizzle, salt, and garlic. And we're gonna do a lot of garlic. Mix this up very loosely because as it's cooking, I stir it around so everything is getting evenly coated. And I can't taste cold green beans, so I do it like this, and then I cook it, and then once they defrost a little bit so I can actually taste them, then I add more seasoning and more garlic and things to taste. But okay, we're gonna toss these in the oven along with the mac and cheese, and we'll be back probably in like an hour or so. Probably only 30 minutes, 30 to 45 for the mac and cheese, but these usually sit in there for like an hour because they start frozen. But we'll be back when it's time to pull everything out of the oven. Everything cooks on 350. All right, we are looking for pot holder. I don't know where my other pot holder is. I've only had this one for the longest. I don't know where the second one went, unless it's in like my dirty laundry. So the mac and cheese, we took that out a little while ago. All right, so the mac and cheese we took out a little while ago, and then here are our green beans. Put those on the stove, and there we go. All right, now I've been sitting here, or at least standing here, not trying to, where's my fork? I've been trying unsuccessfully not to pick off the mac and cheese a little bit, but how can you not pick off the fresh mac and cheese? Just like a little bit. Whoops. It's so good though. Okay, let's open up our advent calendar. Oh, before we do the advent calendar, today in the mail, I got some stickers and a coloring book. I did open them up off camera because I wasn't sure if I was gonna record today, and then when I got off work, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna record. But Lakeisha sent me this one, and Angel P sent me stickers, so thank you. Didn't open them up on camera, so thank you for that. And now it is advent calendar time, day 22. Where are we? 22, it's a big one right here. It's another carol book. So this one is carols, and it has Churchyard Bells is another song. Very cute. I have to take a picture of this. I always forget, like super last minute, to take a picture and put it on Instagram. But okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and now I get to go relax. I'm probably making me another like lunch meat quesadilla because I need to go to jail, but you know, yellow. But thank you guys for watching. We have 3 more days of Vlogmas. 3 more days, and isn't it crazy? We've made it all the way to the end of Vlogmas. We did it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.